Experts from PricewaterhouseCoopers have expressed concern regarding the proposal to increase value-added tax, noting that the cost of basic commodities would go up as well. The audit firm, however, lauded the Cabinet Secretary for reducing excise duties, which will benefit low-income beer drinkers.
The timing of the determining of the VAT Act will impact VAT collections. So maybe that's why the collections, projected collections out of VAT is not as high as income tax. Excess duty collections obviously will be expected to be high, and the figures that have been provided by the Cabinet Secretary show that the excess duty projection should be about 26% between this financial year and next financial year. Again, largely being driven by the changes made on mobile money transfer and financial services. So the total increase in tax revenues anticipated going forward into next fiscal year is about 157 billion. That is very, very aggressive, because in the previous two financial years, the increments that the carriers achieved have only been about 70 billion apiece. So now they'll be hoping to more than double that. So it's going to be very, very challenging. Beer drinkers, I think certain beers, Senator Keg and beer derived from millet, sorghum and cassava will enjoy possibly reduced prices, because the excess duty that's applicable on those drinks will reduce. But for Senator Keg, the prices may go up because the excess duty that it used to enjoy, the remission has been reduced from 100% to 50%. So Senator Keg prices may go up. But beer made out of millet, sorghum and cassava, the prices will go down because they are not enjoying a duty, excess duty remission that the previous never used.
Now, national carrier Kenya Airways has posted a 10.8 billion shilling loss before taxation for its full year, which ended on March 31st, 2013. Now, during the 12-month period, the airline saw both direct costs and overhead costs increase, despite reducing its workforce by 800 people. Well, among the radical proposals the airline is pursuing to mitigate the slide in performance include the exploration of an option to start a fuel procurement company, as well as setting up its own hotel.
The depressed performance arose on account of increased costs, including the expansion of the airline's fleet, as well as the strengthening of the Kenya shilling. The airline's turnover declined by 8.4% from 107.9 billion shillings to 98.9 billion shillings.
We lost 4 billion shillings in our turnover because of the exchange rate.
During the year, the airline increased its seat capacity from 4,997 to 5,769, with its fleet growing from 33 to 42. Despite the increased capacity, passenger revenues declined to 85.1 billion shillings from 95.2 billion shillings the previous year.
We also struggled from a yield perspective because of competition, and we lost about 2.7 billion shillings because of that.
There's a lot of anxiety because of shifting of the dates of the elections during the year, and that did impact the industry. Then, of course, we have travel advisories on Kenya, which impacted us, the war in Somalia, and, of course, the civil unrest in Mali and Central African Republic.
Having launched new destinations to Kilimanjaro, Eldoret, and New Delhi in the just concluded financial year, Kenya Airways has set its eyes on Abu Dhabi and Blantyre in this financial year, with flights to a third destination, Livingstone, having already commenced. Kenya Airways' expense on fuel at 41 billion shillings accounts for about 40% of its total cost. The airline is mulling over measures to contain the impact of volatility in fuel prices.
And what we're looking at is a possibility of us starting up our own fuel procurement company. There are discussions going on between us right now and the relevant authorities in government. We will not be the first ones to have done this.
Kenya Airways may also invest in the hospitality industry.
We tend to provide a lot of business to hotels. When you have a disruption, say at the hub here, most of the passengers end up in hotels. And the question we've been asking ourselves is, why couldn't we start running our own hotel ourselves, possibly jointly with someone else? And that's one project we are looking at this year.
The economic slowdown in the Eurozone and stiff competition remain key challenges for the national carrier. The directors of the airline recommended against the payment of a dividend.
So please support us on that.
Alex Mwangi, NTV.
Land acquisition and ownership in Mavoko in the county of Machakos remains a thorny issue. In 2011, the government appointed a land task force that tabled its findings 4 months later, showing that land belonging to NSSF, East Africa Portland Company, and Numerical Machines was grabbed and subdivided, while members of the public had been duped into buying non-existent land. But that, it seems, did not help end the problem of land on Mavoko, and complaints still abound.
Land issue in Mavoko remains a thorn in the flesh to many who seek to invest in the area. Many have been conned out of their hard-earned money. And the case of these people who are protesting is no different. They claim a land-buying company going by the name Bright Homes has swindled them millions of shillings after selling them a non-existent piece of land in Athi River.
Sasa tumeweka pesa yetu yote hapo na baadaye tukakuta hakuna shamba, kwa sababu alikuwa anatuahidi, anatuambia kuna shamba hapo Portland atakuhusia. Na kwa kweli tulipochunguza tukakuta hakuna shamba.
Carrying placards, they marched from Athi River town to the Deputy Commissioner's office to air their grievances. They say they have been contributing 25,000 shillings per share from 2009 and one bought shares according to their financial strength. Bright Homes Company was supposedly selling a piece of land it bought from East Africa Portland, but when contacted, East Africa Portland denied selling any piece of land.
The intention was to buy land from East African Portland Cement Company. And we have built an history since 2010 when we approached them and they agreed to sell land to us. They asked us to get prepared. We mobilized members, mobilized resources in readiness to buy the land.
But even as the company says it refunded the money it had taken, those who bought shares say they haven't received any money, saying their efforts to get a refund had been frustrated. The protesting members are among 4,450 members registered by the company that has changed into a SACCO.
This company does not have land. It is not just that, but this company has sold people's land here, including land in Katani. There is even government land they have been selling. Other than Portland land, they have also purportedly sold NSSF land. So there is a lot of conning around here, especially in terms of land. And you know, they also create titles. They have fake titles. They will show you a matter title. You know, from the look of things, it's a very genuine thing. But if you go searching, then you find the owner is different.
Members of the public intending to purchase land are now being advised to conduct site visits and should also conduct searches at the lands registry. Sharon Baranga, NTV.
Right on to some sports now, and the National Rugby Sevens team was this morning handed over the squad's official flag by President Uhuru Kenyatta at State House here in Nairobi. The team will take part in the Rugby Sevens World Cup, which kicks off later this month in Moscow, Russia. Shujaa finished 5th overall in the 2012-2013 IRB World Series under head coach Mike Friday. Now, the team, which has been undergoing training at RFUEA grounds under fitness and conditioning coach Chris Brown in Nairobi, will embark on a 10-day residential training in England before travelling for the World Cup in Russia. Head coach Mike Friday will also join the squad in the UK. Now, Kenya reached the semi-finals of the 2009 World Cup in Dubai, where it was eliminated from the competition by Argentina after beating Fiji in the quarterfinals. President Uhuru Kenyatta, on his part, pledged to award each player 100,000 shillings should the team bring home the trophy.
For a very long time. But Kenya is now also being renowned as a rugby playing nation thanks to the Kenya Sevens team. and I want to congratulate you for that particular achievement.
All right, the national team Harambee Stars arrived home this morning at about 5:20 a.m. from Malawi, where they drew 2-2 with hosts Malawi in a World Cup qualifier match. Now, Harambee Stars came from behind twice at the Kamuzu Stadium to secure the draw, with the equalizing goal being an own goal scored in the 90th minute. The Stars lie bottom of Group F with no win thus far in the campaign. Well, they are now left with only a match against Namibia at home in September. Focus for the national team now shifts to the COSAFA tournament, which will be held in Zambia in July.
I would say the performance was very satisfactory. The local players we had gave their best and they played a great game, though I think we still need the professional players so that we can blend with the new upcoming players. We still need them here. First, we are preparing for COSAFA, which is kicking off on the 6th of July. So we are just going to take a small break, then the team will resume to camp. We prepare now for COSAFA. We might play about 3 matches in the preliminary rounds, and possibly another 2 more if we go to beyond the quarters and the semis and the finals. Before then, we play Namibia in September.
That's it on this news update. Thanks for watching. More news, of course, at 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock. Bye-bye for now.